Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I am Rex. This is a whiskey. This looks like a whiskey that was made for, what was it called? Renaissance Festival.
Oh, you picked up on something. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah?
This is a gift from Magnificent Bastard John Clark.
John Clark, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
It's Rare Whiskey Friday. We drink things that are unlikely to be accessible by the average drinker.
Yeah, when we say rare whiskey, sometimes we'll mean a large brand. More often than not, we're going to talk about craft distilleries with not a lot of distribution. If you are so lucky to be in a part of the country where you can get access to these brands, and we're going to review the hell out of it. And maybe we like it, maybe we don't. It's going to be first impressions going through these and giving what we are hopefully, it's just, let's drink whiskey.
Now, this is Dragon Distillery in partnership with Flying Dog Brewery.
Okay.
And Flying Dog does the mash.
Okay.
Just like Acapon does our mash.
Sure.
And then sends the mash over, and then it's fermented, distilled, and everything.
Sure.
At the Dragon Distillery.
Sure.
They named their distillery the Dragon Distillery, and this is on their About Us page. Because they're fans of Dungeons and Dragons.
Really?
And that whole category of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is a rye whiskey from a blend.
You know what it is? It was the font from, what was the name of that video game? All right, so this night.
I wouldn't know.
And it's they had an arcade game. It was basically cel-shaded animation. This guy with the little hat and the sword, he's going around. Dragon's Lair. It looks like the font from Dragon's Lair, the old arcade game. And then you got like a dragon dog on there.
Right, that's the
Renaissance Festival, man.
So this is rye from a blend of 9 specialty rye grains.
All right. Nothing is weird or outlandish on that nose. It's pretty rye, but apparently the taste is taking you to a unique destination. All right, let's get the play-by-play. Hold on. Do we want to wait until I taste, or do you want to elaborate for the people?
I feel like Three Amigos when they drink tequila at the bar.
Right? No, the nose doesn't lead me to believe this is going to be, anything aggressive or weird.
I don't know what to do with that.
It's
almost molasses, almost hops.
No,
but that doesn't make any sense. The spice is a weird dry spice.
Okay.
That's freaky.
I haven't tasted it.
Taste it. It's not the nose. None of that's in the nose.
Hold on. Okay, you're talking about rye. Mm-hmm. Often rye, you get very herbal. Could it have gotten so intensely herbal that it became almost a hoppy funk?
Maybe.
I'm just guessing. Based on your reaction.
Now my aftertaste is all molasses and coffee.
And the more I go back to the nose, the less pronounced it is, and I keep getting something a little bit more subtle, a little bit more subtle, a little more tang.
Now it's all molasses coffee in my aftertaste.
Getting peanut on the nose. I gotta catch up. Catch up. What are you on about? That's lovely.
No.
That's lovely.
You like the coffee note. The coffee note's really dominant in there.
Coffee note's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's surrounded
and there's a vanilla after the coffee?
Yeah, it's almost like you mixed the coffee note with green tea.
I really like this.
No.
Dude,
we diverged completely on that one.
Yeah.
Maybe the most we've ever diverged.
Maybe, because I'm like, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And you're having a bit of a conniption.
Nah, it just freaked me out. I'm not entirely confident on why.
It's a beery maltiness. That beeriness is coming through.
And I really don't like that.
I like beer.
I don't really.
Yeah.
I've discovered that even though I used to drink beer all the time, I'm not a beer drinker. Okay, this is Driftless Glen. This is from the actual Brendan Kite, who's a titan of whiskey and who's definitely not Harry Falkenberg.
Brendan Kite, here's your placeholder again, you titan.
It just blows up because the name is just so powerful.
So we've done Driftless Glen a couple of times. This is a Wisconsin distillery.
Driftless Glen rye.
But this specific one, the 51, is a mash bill of only 51% rye.
Okay.
So it's the lowest quantity of rye to legally become a rye whiskey.
I got some on my hands by accident. I smell things really nice on the smell.
I'm interested in this because normally our ryes get to be like 100% rye, 90.
Nice little touch on the bottle.
The fingerprints.
Fingerprint there and there, so you can hold it.
That's the owners. Oh, the smell on the hands is, it's, what are those little, sugar daddies. The caramel on the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's very different than just straight neat out of the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's quite a bit of more oak character on this nose.
Yeah, it's very woody. Oh, it's very mild.
Oh, it is.
Kind of light and candied.
And
Little caramel, little herbs.
yeah, honey, brown sugar, oak, and then some herbal. Usually that's going to be one of the top tier flavors because it so quickly gets dominant.
Not on this one.
This is a few layers beneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dominant layer is that caramel candy and oak. Mm-hmm. And then in the middle thread is the herb. That's nice.
Yeah, sugary oak and then some honey in there.
All right.
I like that.
And we move on.
Okay.
Man, Brendan Kite and Kurt Miller, these guys keep sending us rye whiskeys.
If the Magnificent Bastards have been trying to convert us to rye,
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
yeah, I mean, whenever we first started out, it was not our preference. We're not automatically reaching for a rye.
Look how light this is.
Yeah, this is
Pours out like water. So this is specifically a light whiskey.
okay.
Which means, if you remember your history,
yeah.
distilled between 160 and 190,
Right.
Which is a higher distillation, removes a lot of the fusel oils and congeners, and then they age this for no more than a couple of weeks,
okay.
just to get a little color, and then they pull it out.
Sure.
So this is only a few weeks away from being new make.
Yeah, the lightness on that, and it was a
Whoa, yeah, good night. So
Wisconsin. Wisconsin is where that's from.
this smells like the saison that we messed with.
Yeah, man, that new make.
Yeah.
Okay. So we distilled a saison, and we were able to remove a lot of the hops. We're left with this herbal ginny quality.
Yeah, when we proofed it down to 90.
Yeah, and then we're probably gonna see what kind of martinis we can play with and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a light whiskey at 45%. This is bottle 401.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it, man.
Mississippi River in Wisconsin.
If you put this under my nose, I'm telling you, it's a gin.
But the honey, there's honey. There's this honeyed candy in the middle of it.
Yes, but
So a barrel-aged gin.
leaning, if you just had to pick, leaning towards whiskey or towards gin, most of it is leaning towards gin. There's some slight traces of things that are whiskey things.
You know what's weird is I would have guessed a tequila. Weird tequila.
Tequila?
Weird tequila.
You don't know tequila. No tequila experience.
It's like we've never met. You know when you turn something into work, and then when you drink it, you're working? When I drink tequila and mezcal, I'm not working.
Okay.
And so I drink it as a pure consumer where I just enjoy things and explore, and I don't try to study it, and I don't try to go research who's making it. I just drink it, and I know the brands that I love, and I know the directions that I love, and I drink a lot of mezcal and a lot of tequila.
That's how I drink everything.
Yeah, it is. Taste it. It's all the honey and floralness is there. I really like the palate on this and the taste. Not in love with the nose.
Well,
Everything I thought was going to be a struggle in the palate is not there.
in terms of a whiskey, we're pretty far removed from a whiskey
Or
type
any kind of
wine.
classic whiskey taste.
But in terms of something that's just nice
Cool spirit.
in and of itself, in its own right, oh yeah, that's cool. That's nice. I like it.
Yep. All right, moving on to our final, which is a single malt. This is, I'm actually kind of excited, another Australian whiskey. And this is a gift from Nathan Todd.
Nathan Todd, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
This is Limeburners single malt.
Okay, I'm already curious about the name.
Cameron Syme? S-Y-M-E? Syme?
Simi.
Syme?
Sium.
Anyway,
Sium.
he was a lawyer turned distiller. Now this is a Solera cask single malt,
Okay.
which means they're doing that, not pull everything out of a barrel, refill it with younger whiskey,
Yeah.
and so you get increasingly...
On the nose, the words that came to mind are elegant and matured.
Yeah, elegant and like tea-like.
Yeah,
and
it's a library, the personal little private study. Books on the shelves, leather sofa.
It's got a couple of decanters,
some antiques,
but they don't have whiskey.
maybe-
The decanters have port.
maybe some old
and-
paintings and a bronze sculpture in the corner.
Well, that was
Whoa.
unexpected.
What is happening here?
I don't know. I've never tasted anything like that before.
This is unique.
That is unique.
What is happening?
I don't know. It's not malt. It doesn't taste like malt.
My reference
it is,
points, my spectrum of flavors for whiskey thrown out the window. There's surely.
Are you as confused as I am right now?
It's a single malt whiskey.
Yeah.
In Infinity Solera cask. In Australia, do they have? Do you know the laws for single malt whiskey in Australia?
You mean like grain percentage?
Off the top of your head?
Typically the people releasing single malts are doing 100% barley.
Okay, all right. Because there's some laws. It's the Wild West. There's some countries, Wild West. You have no real regulation or.
Maybe it's the port cask. Up to 8 years. Up to 8 years.
Right.
It's not 8 years old.
Wow. I'm gonna say like a dry wheat, not a wheat whiskey, but like the smell of fresh dried wheat.
Cream of wheat. It's the cereal
Yeah.
that has the sugar on one side and then they're in the little nuggets of wheat.
But not too much sugar, right?
Yeah.
You don't get sweetness is an afterthought for this. Kind of like that really grainy, the wheat grainy.
Which is weird because it's a malt whiskey, but I see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
Most people don't eat barley for breakfast, but you do eat wheat as a breakfast cereal. And so you have a commonality with that kind of grain taste. This is bizarre.
Wow. Well, but in a good way.
Yeah. I keep wanting to come back to it.
Yeah.
But I still don't know what's happening.
I think it's winning awards because people pour this, they go, oh, single malt, and it's something very unique and very enjoyable.
I feel like I need a couple hours to sit with this.
And very enjoyable.
And take notes.
Unique and enjoyable. After sampling as many whiskeys as we have, a couple, you start to realize that a lot of whiskeys fall within, standardized spectrums of flavor.
Yep.
Very, very, very rare that you get something
A true outlier.
that meets the category of a whiskey, right? It doesn't have artificial weird things added to it. But this is out of left field, super enjoyable. It's not weird for weird's sake.
No, it's not.
It's weird and just lovely. And it makes me excited because the exploration of whiskey.
Yeah, it means we're not done yet.
Oh, no. As soon as you think, okay, yeah, been there, done that, I got it, you find something like this every once in a while. It's like,
you off guard.
Oh.
Reminds you it's still an adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's fun.
All right, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.